Alright, what's going on, guys? So today I figured I would show you guys, or do a little recap of my first powerlifting meet. So I didn't get to talk that much during the meet, actually how it was going and everything. Gave you guys like a little bit of updates and stuff, but post-meet, how I'm feeling about it. I know it was like, honestly, over a week ago now that the meet actually happened, but figured it'd be a good idea to just explain what I did right, what I did wrong, what I need to improve on, all that kind of stuff. So there's obviously a lot of things that went right, went wrong. Obviously coming into the meet, I wanted to at least hit like, 585 squat, hit like, I wanted to hit like a 365 bench and go for like at least like a 675 deadlift. So all three of those didn't quite happen. Obviously I wanted to set my expectations like pretty high coming in because I wanted to make sure I wasn't holding myself back. I wanted to go completely after it. So set the bar high, set the expectations high. We didn't quite get there, but looking at my first squat, felt very, very good, obviously, and it was only 530 pounds. So then the second squat was 567 pounds. So what we were planning on doing was hitting that second squat, right? Seeing how it felt, if it felt pretty strong, move up to like 585, or even Josh wanted me to hit like 600 that day, right? So I think the strength was almost pretty much there, but apparently the depth was not quite there. So this is something I'm definitely going to be implementing in my training, and from the video it definitely looks like I got depth, maybe because it's at like a lower angle or whatnot, but maybe I didn't quite hit depth. I personally think I did. Josh said I did, and I'm going to trust him. Center judge gave me a white light on that second one, 2 red lights from the side. So coming up in training, I don't want that to be an issue. I saw Russ struggle with that at his recent Raw Nationals, where he wasn't getting depth, and throughout all of his training he wasn't necessarily going all that deep either. So prioritize depth in this next training block here, because I don't even want it to be a question. I just want it to be something that happens, hit that depth every single time. So that's gonna be a priority, so that doesn't happen again. I don't even have to think about it, because going into the meet I was thinking about it a little bit, and that's where you kind of hesitate a little bit. Okay, I have to go very, very deep. You end up messing up your positioning a little bit, messing up all these little things if you try changing up things like on the day of the meet. So you might as well train that way. So that's probably what I'm going to do, and just prioritize depth more and make sure I'm absolutely hitting depth on every rep throughout my training, so that when I get to collegiate nationals or wherever it may be, I'm already ready to hit that depth and it shouldn't be a problem. So let me hit 573. Obviously I had to do something conservative because I just needed to basically get the depth that they needed, which all three of my attempts I feel like were pretty much the same depth anyways, but the third one I had to just make sure I got it, because I didn't want to leave there with a 530 pound squat. Like, I would not have been happy with that. So the third one was just a slight increase just to make sure that I could hit that depth, get the lift, and so that was basically it for squats. So luckily I got that third attempt and just had to make sure I got that one. So all right, so then moving on to the bench press, pretty much my exact plan was to start at 330 pounds and do like 2 small increments up to like 365 pounds, which worked out perfectly up until that point. 330 moved like very easily, did like 353, moved pretty easily as well, and then it just came down to what was it, 363, 364, which I've hit 365 pounds in training, but throughout all my training my pauses were just slightly like either not long enough or not correctly paused, right? Because what I've been doing the entire time was just kind of like sinking the bar into my chest and then trying to explode it off my chest, which had been working for me for a while because I was very, very explosive with it. But the problem that Josh was saying was that with an actual powerlifting competition, with a meet like this in the USAPL, they're gonna wait till that bar just completely stops. So if I do drop that on my chest, it's gonna have a little bounce, right? So it's gonna sit there until it stops and completely sits there. So that's partially part of my issue. I think on that 364 I missed it at the end. I just lost a little bit of positioning, misgrooved it slightly. I think I honestly could have had it, because like I said, I hit 365 in training without much of a problem, honestly. But that's something I'm definitely be working on coming up in training as well, is just what he's saying is just keeping tension in it throughout the entire way down. So you keep tightness in your back, tightness in your legs, your glutes, your arms, and then when you bring it down, you keep that tension in your arms the entire time. So instead of letting it just completely sink into your chest, you just very, very slightly tap it on your chest. Well, not tap it, but very slightly touch it to your chest. So as soon as they say up, you already have most of that tension. You just bring it straight up. You keep that tightness, and there's no sinking the bar. There should be no wobble in the bar, and it should be cleaner. So that's going to be the emphasis going into bench. Now, he'd been telling me that like a couple weeks before the competition, but I didn't want to change anything up. A couple weeks before competition just could mess me up. So now that we have a few months, that's going to be the emphasis on bench going, you know, the upcoming months here. So then moving on to deadlift, I was like, you know, I did all right on squat and bench. You know, deadlifts were where I needed to shine, and I knew I could. So I went out there, started off with 590 as my opener, and obviously moved very, very easily. Like, I remember the days when like 585 used to be like a top set. Like, it used to be very difficult for me, and now like 590 moved like absolutely nothing. So we moved up to 640. Josh ultimately, like, if everything went right, would go for like a 700-pound deadlift. Obviously, as you guys saw, it didn't quite work out because hit 640 positioning was just so messed up in that one compared to my 590. I thought 640 was gonna move like nothing. I leaned over way too much in the bar. For whatever reason, I thought I needed to, that would help me push through my feet better. Lost positioning just completely. There was just way more like torque on my body than I needed there to be because I was leaning over so much, and it ended up looking like an RPE 9 or whatever. So the safe call was to just bump it up a little bit because obviously the rep didn't look good. I felt physically pretty good. I knew it was a positioning error, so I knew I had to just fix something. And going into the next one, 655, honestly felt very easy. Like, I flew immediately off the ground. I honestly think if I would have just locked in that positioning on my second attempt, I could have at least gone for like 675, and I think it was definitely in, I definitely had it in the bag that day. If I went for like 675 or something like that, I think I definitely could have gotten it. So it leaves room to grow and leaves room to, you know, fix some things. So a lot of what my mistakes were and stuff was, it just comes down to execution. You know what I mean? It's just executing what I've been doing the entire time. And some of my execution was like a little bit wrong, a little bit off, right? When it comes to squat depth, bench press, pause, staying tight, deadlift, you know, executing, just staying in my proper position the whole time. I just got to keep everything consistent throughout my training these next couple months, and in the next competition keep everything consistent. You know what I mean? Don't want to lose positioning. It's gonna mess up a rep, especially on such a high intensity rep where it's, you know, RPE 10. Every little positioning error is gonna matter a lot, so keeping everything consistent is gonna help a lot. So just gonna make myself very efficient, consistent, and make sure I execute coming up in these next couple months. So I'm really pumped, man. So you best believe coming up for this collegiate nationals that's in April, I'm gonna absolutely, you know, fix these mistakes that I've made, come back even better. I think it was a pretty good first meet for me. Obviously, like I said, I expected more, a little bit more for myself, but that's how I always am about myself. I'm pretty hard on myself. But so with that being said, pretty solid meet for myself. I think for a first meet, did pretty well. So definitely there's some things, like I said, just need to fix, some execution errors that we need to fix, some errors we need to fix overall. Gonna fix those things. We have some months to do, we have some time. So we're gonna make that happen, make the adjustments that we need, and come back better, come back a little bit stronger. By the time we get to our next competition, we got about 5 months now. So hopefully come back a lot stronger. So gonna make every day count, man. So that is the plan. We're gonna get it done. So this week is just a desensitizing week, pretty light, but then right after that we get right back into it, and yeah, we're gonna crush it, man. So that's the plan. Today we are doing a leg workout. So we're meeting up with Alene again, but also another Gymshark athlete as well today. So we're meeting up with Alene and Nattbfit in a little bit here. So it should be a really good workout. We got Kyle, we got Matt with us. So getting some pre-workout going, we got the BPN stops, and all right, so we're heading straight up there right now. I'm like a little bit like sick right now or something, I think, but at least I wasn't sick last week. That would have been terrible while I was peaking for the competition. So we're all good now. This week's pretty light. We're still hitting bench squat and deadlift, but it's like a desensitizing week, right? So let's go hit this workout and see what we can do.
I made the devil run. I gave him poison just for fun. I had one friend, now there's none. I made the devil run. I broke so many bones.
How many was that, 5?
I think it was Six?
count wrong?
6? Yeah, I don't know actually.
I don't know.
I feel like just last time you were doing 5s, so like
The last time I
making
did
progress.
6.
No.
Oh, the last time we were working out,
Yeah.
like way long ago. Yeah, I was doing 5.
So now you've
But
improved. Making
this
progress.
is less weight.
Pause squats. It's supposed to be where I'm having like minimal leg symptoms, but we're gonna see how 425 feels, pause squats, and gonna go with some NF today. Changes gonna be the song for this one. You guys always ask me like what songs I'm playing. Literally most of the time, like Kyle's like choosing all the songs and stuff. Like we're bumping in the room and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to NF today. Let's get it.
I broke so many bones. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me.
Almost zero pain on that one. That's good. That's good. I'm probably gonna bump it up. Maybe try 455 the next set. Feels good. I'm trying to.
About me. I watched an empire fall. I stormed the gate and scaled the walls. They wouldn't share, so I took it all. I watched an empire fall. I'm bad as bad can be, so bad that it's hard to believe. Oh, what they say about me. I'm bad, take a look and see, so bad that it's hard to believe. I don't care what they say about me. Stop it! You better watch out, here I come! I'm bad as bad could be. I'm bad as bad could be. I'm bad as bad could be. I'm bad as bad could be.
Inside there.
Oh, really?
Maybe like putting them out does that?
Wait, you felt it in the inside?
A little bit, yeah, like here.
Okay. I think she was saying she felt it in the outside.
Oh, she said the teardrop. Finished up some squats. We are hitting some leg press now. So they're doing the leg press. I'm doing squat press over here. Personally, I like the squat press better, but it just feels more natural to me. But anyways, that's what we're doing. What's next after that? You know?
I don't know. We were gonna do RDLs, but Ryan can't do those.
Yeah, I got RDLs tomorrow, so that's not gonna. I'm thinking today's like a quad focus day. Maybe like 4 or 5 quad focused exercises, right? So Nat and Alene are gonna take us through walking lunges, maybe.
Oh, are we?
We're hitting walking lunges next. Said you really like walking lunges, right?
No. Squats and walking lunges are like my 2 least favorite things. You guys are making me my least favorite workout of all time.
Literally walking lunges.
I do like leg press.
But like
I just
walking lunges
hate-
is like one of my favorite things. So.
No. I hate them. I'll do
You don't have
reverse
to-
lunges. I will do any other variation of a lunge.
You don't have to like
besides
step back every time. You just keep going and going and going. You know what I'm saying?
walking. See, I don't like that though. I feel like when I do reverse lunges, I have like a lot more power.
You can kind of like.
Pulling forward, like standing this way.
I get that. Yeah.
I kind of. I don't
Maybe
know.
you get off balance. You're walking
And
forward the whole way or
walking
something.
lunges, I feel like it's harder for me to like keep my shoulders back and lock and like all of these things. They just let me do them in place. Why do I have to walk?
Do you go dumbbell or barbell?
Dumbbells.
Dumbbell. Ooh.
Gotta work on the grip strength.
Try barbell, honestly.
Plugging in the gym for the YouTube.
So Nat decided she wasn't feeling a full workout today. She
Okay, we've been here since 4. I have
wanted to-
class at 6.
she wanted to cut it
5:40.
short, so she did 2 exercises.
75-minute workout,
Yeah.
okay? 75 minutes.
Well,
And I filmed over 20 minutes while we waited
hey,
for you.
that's
to
good.
be
That's
fair.
good. Yeah.
To be fair.
That way you guys had a plan of what we were gonna do.
I really don't want to go to class, but
Good class right now.
I have class at 6. 6 to
God.
7:30, but it's
Pitch
only
dark out
once.
already.
I know. It's only once a week though, so I can't.
Yeah.
Usually I drive, but I couldn't drive my car all the way over here. It's whatever. I'll survive. And my roommate's in that class, so I can't skip because then she'll know that I skipped class.
She could just tell you like the information you missed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. That's what I do.
There you go. There you go.
True. More exciting.
Basically doing Gymshark stuff.
Give me some YouTube insight here because I feel like my life is very boring for YouTube.
I mean, you gotta find ways to make it exciting, do different things. Like I was training for powerlifting. Now I'm gonna do some bodybuilding. Maybe play some basketball. You know what I mean? Like change it up every single time.
Maybe I'll learn how to play basketball. I can do a vlog.
Yeah, like kind of learn.
Watch me learn how to play basketball as I trip over myself on the court. That will be me.
Yeah.
For real.
And then hit some dunks and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
Couple dunks. I dunked the other day. I'll put the clip in right here. I actually dunked.
Really?
For like the first time in a while.
We'll do a dunk contest. We can get one of those little tiny plastic
you
little
need like
kid.
a 5-foot hoop or something.
We can have us missing all our shots and then like switching over
And then
to that.
it'll be like us.
He'll make sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
No, the thing is, like, I'll have 8 a.m.s every day. He'll have like 10 a.m.s, right?
Yeah.
So he'll roll out of bed like 9:45. Finally, he's like all groggy and everything. He slept for like a solid 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, he makes sure to leave like 25 minutes before his class even starts. Like he's
10 minutes.
He's like that much of a scholar of a student,
Oh,
right?
yeah? Oh, okay.
Like it'll be like his class is at 10:20, right? I'll see him, he's getting his shoes on at like 9:50, and I'm like, dude, like, you don't have to walk that far.
I prop up on my bed, I check the email, you know, and then I kick it by 10.
How you feeling, buddy? Did obliques for the first time the other day?
It feels like I got shot. It really does.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like today or this week, everything's just kind of hurting because I haven't done bodybuilding exercises in like a little while, honestly. So, you good?
Oh my god. Oh my god, I missed you! Oh my god, so long. Oh.
Jesus.
Oh.
But anyways, yeah, this week, like my biceps were insanely sore, my triceps were sore. I had a full like shoulder workout yesterday. Today was full legs. Literally the past like 3 to 4 weeks, I basically did like 0 accessories. I was pretty much doing just all bench squat deadlifts. So now that I'm doing accessories and bodybuilding stuff again, like I'm insanely sore. So just getting used to that again. I'm just gonna, you know, keep incorporating all that stuff back into here because I'm not really competing for a while. So the focus is on powerlifting, but we're still gonna be doing the bodybuilding exercises. I'm planning on doing probably like some HIIT cardio this weekend or something. So we'll see if we can film that a little bit. But yeah, just crazy sore. My legs are gonna be absolutely toast tomorrow. So today was one of those workouts, like I'm just kind of feeling sick, like I'm a little congested, my head hurts, like I just don't feel all completely there. And like, you know, obviously when you're sick and stuff, you have to decide like if it's worth it, like working out. Obviously if you have like a fever or something like that, like probably your body's trying to fight that off, so don't work out. But for something like this, like obviously I'm still gonna work out. I generally feel good, but it's just one of those workouts where like I really had to push through. Like granted, we only did 4 exercises, but I still had to make sure, you know, that I could push through the entire thing. Like halfway through, I was getting out of breath after every single set. Like I think it was just because I'm kind of sick or whatnot, but literally every single set, I'm like, my head hurts and out of breath every single set, but had to push through it and finish off the last 2 exercises. So sometimes it comes down to that, man. Like, you got to figure out you're not feeling it. Like, obviously, you're not going to be feeling it every single day. Like, some days come in super, super motivated, can finish the workout easily, all that stuff. But today was just not one of those days. So, had to grind through it, but it's all good. Hopefully, we'll be feeling better soon. And then, should be good by next week. This week, luckily, it's not like a crazy heavy week. So, next week, we're getting back into singles and everything for the volume block. Getting back into singles. Drop back sets, all that good stuff. Kyle's booting up the Call of Duty right now.
Browns game after?
Yes, we're watching the Browns game at 8:30.
Yeah, I just did a little ab workout for the first time.
So does that mean you have abs now? Now that you did an ab workout?
Yeah, I get the...
Dude, look at them obliques though, man.
They're still sore from a couple days ago.
Yeah, so I think Kyle's going to hop on Call of Duty for a while. He pretty much is going to play...
what am I going to play for you?
Most nights he'll typically play from approximately 7 p.m. until midnight. That's the normal routine. So for him,
Cutting it short today for the Browns game. Yeah.
he's cutting it short, like for the Browns game. But if not, if I didn't make him stop for the Browns game, he would play straight through usually 1 o'clock. And a lot of times I'm trying to go to bed, it'll be like 12:30, 1 o'clock. He's still over here yelling on Call of Duty and whatnot. Like, man's dedicated, I'll give him that. But what's the KD right now?
There was this one time where I was playing, and I looked over to my right because I thought Ryan was watching me, right? And this guy is sleeping with his eyes open, and it is wild.
All right, so that's going to be pretty much it for the video today, guys. So just like a little update, we'll get back into the heavy lifting next week. A little bit of bodybuilding day. I'm excited for improving the strength, improving the size, improving some cardio. I showed you guys, I just did I dunked the other day pretty easily. It was like first try too, I'm not even going to lie. There's sometimes I go in, I'll jump like 10 times and just off the back iron every single time. That time, first try, maybe the jump's improving a little bit. Maybe it's just a form thing, but that'll be cool. I want to play some more basketball. Just finished up our rec league, so I know I'm talking a lot, so I'm going to end the clip here. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all the long-time support. Semester is coming to an end very quickly. We've got like a week and a half until Thanksgiving break, so see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. You're gonna fall asleep right there? So tired.
Rockin' with the people who been following me when I never thought it would've happened and I never got love. Now they wanna piggyback on everything I got. I never knew one from the bottom, but now I've had enough. Please stay away, find a new hobby, cause you've been too close to